of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, everybody. Have a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Motion, we approve the agenda with no changes for September 25th, 2024.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then, let's do the approval of the minutes for September 11th. Have a motion for that.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written for September 11th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No bills? Public comment, Linda.
Hello, Ms. Linda.
Hello.
Again. So I'm here tonight because the lease that we have with the town of Lingle for using the building on the Lingle Senior Center is up for renewal. And so we did not have any changes, and I believe your county attorney or your city attorney looked at it, didn't have any changes. All of our insurance was shared and approved, so yeah, we just need to move forward, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Did you like the renovations?
Yeah, so yes, they love that there was a little bit of wall that started cracking, so he's come back and fixed most of that. There's still one little section he needs to fix, but yes, it's beautiful and wonderful.
Wonderful. I make a motion that we redo their lease agreement with the Goshen County Senior Friendship Center as writ in the legal agreement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent.
Perfect, thank you. Thanks, Ms. Linda.
Okay. Police, we have no Andrew, but we have a statement. Telephone.
Okay. Andrew wrote a statement because she could not be here tonight. She says, since our last council meeting, I have educated several people on stop sign compliance and engaged in many discussions with residents about vehicle registration and parking. I have also enlightened some tourists and reminded some locals about the speed limit, both on the highway and on the side streets. I visited the district court and DFS on multiple occasions for open cases, which I am still monitoring. I reconnected and a misplaced canine with its owner, helped a family connect with community resources, and made the acquaintance of a few unknown people walking around town. I engaged in equipment maintenance as my taser and AED required attention. I also completed several vehicle identification number inspections and background checks for employment.
Okay, thank you. No Anna tonight. Logan.
All right, so I got a few things. First, we're working on a lead and copper inventory. Still trying to get that wrapped up. They are supposed to be sending the mailers out within the next week or so. And then as soon as those are out, then we can continue to compile data. And then I will have that submission done by October. It'll be before October 16th to the EPA. And then I had a WAMPA meeting last week, and I was told that we can look at a rate increase on our electric at about 6.5% coming from the supplier to WAMPA. And so we may have to look at our electric rates when that impacts us. Because I can get you the breakdown, but there was a percentage from Basin and then also a percentage increase from the national, I can't think what it's called right now, but I can get that information to you. So overall, it would be 6.5% increase. I know that Keisha said that we had built a cushion into our rates already. So part of what WAMPA is doing right now is they're using a rate stability fund to try and ease that burden on us. We shouldn't have to see an increase until next July, but that's what we're going to be looking at. So that's something down the road we're going to have to keep an eye on and address at that time. And then the American Public Power Association, WMPA, they're contracting with them to do a cost of service and rate design class. And anybody that wants to attend, WAMPA board members, they're paying for 100%. And then if anybody else wants to participate, they're paying half of 2 people to attend. So if 2 of you wanted to attend, or one of you and Rich, or one of you and someone else, I think it's $275 a person would be our share of it. But it goes over cost of service and then the establishing a rate for your community. So I'm supposed to bring that up to you guys. Last week, we finished up our line school. It was a great class. They kind of revamped the way they did the school, and it was a lot of information very quickly, but we got quite a bit out of it. So it was definitely a good time. And then I got quotes for the dump trailer for the landfill, and we have submitted those quotes. It's a 2025 Top Hat DP 100 6.5 foot by 12 foot hydraulic dump trailer. There's 2 of them, totaling $19,600. And so we would be responsible for $1,960 because that's a match grant through that, through SLIB. And so we've got that submitted. And then Keisha had sent you guys an email about the community center upgrades. We would like to start having that discussion before long, see what we can do to make this place a little bit more marketable for businesses and also for transparency with the town. So we can talk about that some more later. And then the last thing, I gave you guys a quote from Cheyenne Motorsports. We sold the old bucket truck, or excuse me, the old dump truck, the grader, and the loader that we had last year. And so we had I think it was 31,000 and some dollars that we had raised off of the auction or accumulated from the auction. And so what we're looking at doing, Jeremy and I had a discussion. Our biggest thing that we need right now is the ability to better push snow in the winter. We can handle most things. Snow has always been a challenge because the bucket on the backhoe is hard on the streets. It tears it up, and we try to be as gentle as we can, but we wanted something that would be something that we could use all year and not cost $80,000 for a used loader. So we had a discussion about it. We came up with this 2024 Kawasaki Mule Pro FX 1000. It's a 1000cc Kawasaki Mule. It's similar to what we have at the shop, but it's built on a bigger frame. It's got a bigger chassis. It weighs more. It has a 1-ton carrying capacity, and it's also got a hydraulic lift for the box. And so our thought was, and it's also got an enclosed cab. It's not open. And so our thought was, this quote includes a winch kit and then the plow mount, which you need the winch with this particular plow. But our thought was we could get this, use it to plow some of the side streets, especially around the school and then Main Street and everything like that. And then we could also use it for our day-to-day operations, and it'd have plenty of space and power to do what we needed it to do. And so we've been discussing this at length, and this is what we would like to do with a portion of that money to move forward. So I wanted to seek your guys' approval on that. If you want some time, that's fine.
So when we were discussing this, would you please remind me of the discussion on replacing the loader? Was it we were talking about replacing the loader?
Yes. So the thought at the time was that we would replace the loader because we'd use it, 1, for snow removal, and then 2, for the landfill. But what we're finding is with the backhoe, we can do everything we need to do at the landfill, because the primary reason we need it up there is to load sand or dirt and to push up the tree pile and just kind of tidying and stuff like that. And so a loader, I've been looking at them and like used beat to heck is 70,000 on up. And so I feel like it would be wasting our money if we got a loader based off of what we've observed.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Is Shelley with us?
Shelley? Hello?
Yeah.
Hey,
You have any questions?
I'm good with it.
I'm good with it.
So if you guys are the day-to-day guys and know what you need, if we think that that's gonna be sufficient, then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm open to your guys' input though.
I mean,
I understand
explain
you
why
don't
you don't want the loader and it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's, like I say, we've talked about this over the past several months, and we kind of have a game plan going into the future too that we can discuss, but I think at this point, that would be the best piece of equipment to suit our needs. And we have this money budgeted. This is not
Right.
just coming out of thin air.
I'm good.
Do we need a vote on this, or is this? This is all right.
I make a motion that we move forward with a 2024 Kawasaki Mule Pro FX 100. Excuse me, 1,000, purchased from Cheyenne Motorsports for the amount of $24,000.
Thank you.
For a second.
Second.
Any discussion on this? Or
Yes.
talk to me.
So is this in lieu, was this already budgeted? And then we're just doing this in lieu of what was already budgeted?
Yes.
We sold equipment, or they sold equipment last year, old equipment, and got like $30,000 or something out of it. And so they're just taking part of their money to use it for this.
Okay, so do we need to make any sort of documentation, or is that what this, that's what this motion is for? It's just documenting what that's for?
Yes, this is the documentation of the spending of that allotted money.
Perfect.
Any other questions?
Any other discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye. Thank you, Logan.
All right, thank you.
I have one question, if you don't mind.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the date on that school for the cost of some service costs?
Oh, that would have been good information to have with me, wouldn't it? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, that's right. It's an on-demand class, so you could take it whenever you wanted. They're doing a class. We're going to do, let's see here, December 4th and 5th in the office up at Wampa. And then the other one, like I say, is on demand. You take it whenever you want. And that one, we just need to let them know by October 31st.
Rich, would that be something you would be interested in attending?
Where is it?
It's online, so that one you can take anywhere.
Yeah. Have any problem learning?
And Rosemary, our executive director, she recommended that the mayor or a council person and the town clerk do it, if that helps push you in the right direction.
And it's an all-day class? Or two
So-
days?
No, so the in-person class is 2 days. That's the one that I'll go to.
Okay.
And then the other class is on demand, so you guys will be able to pull it up on your computer at any time and watch it.
But I mean, like, does it take 2 days to go through it then, or is it just 1 day to go through it?
I would imagine it's 2 days, but I have no idea.
And we just need to let her know by the end of October?
Yes.
So I think we should table setting up who we sign up for that. Shelley, what does that sound like to you?
That's fine. It's non-debatable, so you just take a vote on it.
To table it?
Yeah.
We're good to table
We
it?
have no one in other seats, let's just.
Table it.
Hello.
Hello.
Rich.
I've spent the last days of the last couple of weeks working on our F-66. It's follow-up paperwork for the F-66, and what it is comprised of is an annual report summary I put together. This public officers verification.
I'm sorry, Mike, can you not have talking to the mic, please?
And an internal control, a bank reconciliation, and proof of cash on all our checking accounts. On Friday, Tabitha's going to come over and we're going to do the rest of the documents that need to be gone through. And we also received a form for license plates for all the vehicles for the town of Lingle. And there were lots of vehicles on that came from the Department of Transportation that the town no longer even has. So I had to update that list, take off old ones, put on some new ones, and get that information correct. So that we can get our new updated licenses.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
Have we been paying registration and such for these tags that we no longer had?
I don't know how long ago this list was compiled. I've never done this report since I've been with the town. But I imagine when those vehicles were in possession of the town, I imagine they paid tags for them. But I have taken them off. The registration is $10. Is what it costs.
Correct, but have we been paying for all those vehicles that were on that list that we haven't owned?
I haven't seen this list since I've worked for the town. And as far as I know, we've never paid out any funds for license plates other than transfers, like when Andrew got her vehicle or when Logan got a new vehicle.
Okay.
Anything else?
You want to give them the sad news on the sewer fund?
Yes, an update on the sewer fund. It seems like those funds are going to be clawed back to the state of Wyoming, and we're going to lose those funds for that project.
And you tell us why?
When the grant was, when we went to SLIB and asked for the funds, that was in January, we needed an actual, document that was signed through the state to actually begin work on the project itself. We didn't get that signed document until June. I talked to Rochelle at Benchmark. She didn't feel comfortable starting anything until that document was received, so none of the engineering had been done. They had done a little bit, but not much. They had been in contact with the railroad because they were going to work with the railroad to bore under the railroad tracks. So in essence, from June until October 1st, that project needed to be engineered, the bids put out, and the bids come back and approved in, a matter of 90 days. And she said it's almost impossible to have that all done.
Who went to the SLIB for this project?
It was, I went to the Shetland and Al Unresolved.
And this information wasn't explained or asked or understood?
Well, we were waiting to get the documents back, and, what we were told is the amount of funds that had been dispersed, it was a large amount, and they were having trouble getting those documents, getting everybody to get together, sign those documents at the state level, sent to us, and then we had to send them back for one more signature. And it just took way more, at the state level, it took more time than what they thought it was going to take.
What he's saying, Shelley, is the issue wasn't on our end, it was more on the state's end.
That's correct.
So since it was on the state's end, are they allowing you to resubmit?
No, they're not.
And why?
These are ARPA funds which came from the federal government, and they don't want to have to return them back to the federal government. So they're going to
Right, so why are they not allowing you to resubmit?
they want to take those funds and give them to projects that they know will be pretty much encumbered by December 31st of this year.
Okay,
So-
we can't get our act together and people diligent enough to get the project going?
They're not, we're not even being considered for, redeployment of funds.
So but my question is, why can't we get the engineers and everybody else get their act together in order to be able to deploy this?
We're not given that, they're not giving us that option. The state is not giving us the option to do that.
Well, I'm confused because it's common knowledge that these funds must be spent prior to December of 26.
Right.
On the federal level, Shelley. The state has a different time frame. Believe me, there's been 1,000 emails sent back and forth between Hageman and DC people I've been in cahoots with, running back and forth, and they said the same thing. And the state is literally saying, sorry. October was the time frame, and it was impossible for us to get this done. I and Rich have been having him work on it and emails back and forth the last week, 10 days. And as far as Harriet's side is concerned, we have until the 26th or the end of 2026 deadline, but the state says no. So yes,
Would you guys send me a copy of this?
I'll send you all the stuff. Yes,
That'd be awesome. Email me a copy of this stuff and.
I'll send you everything.
Don't say no yet.
I know. Believe me, I've been trying.
Yes, no, I'm just saying don't.
I'm not saying no.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Anyway, that's where we are.
We
I will fill you in the
don't
loop.
want to give up hope. That's too much money to let go.
It's too big of a project to let go, that our town needs.
Yeah. Let me make a couple phone calls.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you do whatever you want. I mean, yeah. Anyway, cool. I will send you what I got.
Thank you, Shelley.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Rich.
you ladies like to talk?
Miss
Trinity would like to.
Awesome, Trinity.
My name is Trinity Martin. I'm with the Lingle Ivy Forage Club, and we previously have had our meetings here for forage, and we would like to keep having our meetings here
When are your meetings, sweetheart?
every third Monday of the month.
We can do that.
We can do that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Trinity.
All right. Unfinished business, we have the Vista Bean termination. And we're good to go, correct? Anna said we are fine, so
Do we need to make a motion? I make a motion that we accept the termination of the lease agreement from Vista Bean for their, what is it for? Inventive Wireless LLC
right.
services through Lingle.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Done. Then we have the Veterans Banner Program for GoCo. I talked to Leanne Mattis, and she said that the Lingle people that had banners were supposed to come in Lingle were before her time. She would make sure that they would be hung in their appropriate towns. And so with that, I say we donate the $250.
From the community funds,
Yes.
community gas funds.
Yeah, on community gas funds. I have a motion for that.
I make a motion to approve the $250.
Correct.
$250 out of the Wyoming Community Gas Funds for the Veterans Banner Program for the town of Lingle.
I have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. So the rest of the community gas funds, do we have to have them allotted before a certain date?
But we can use them for special projects and such because they're not public funds.
Okay. There are no ordinances, no resolutions, no new business. Appointments of the Lingle representative to the Goshen County Tourism Promotion Joint Powers Board.
Let me give you some explanation on that.
Let's
Right
do that.
now, Dan Ellis, he's the Lingle representative for, basically, it's the Goshen County Lodging Tax Board. He's been through 3 terms. He is no longer, eligible to sit on that board anymore. So we need to find a representative from Lingle that you can appoint to the Lodging Tax Board. His term is up 31st of October.
So it just has to be a legal community.
Yeah.
So we can ask whoever we're thinking about.
That's correct.
It doesn't have to be one of us.
No, it can be whoever you choose.
Your business owner?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, lots of times they're business owners. But you can choose whomever you choose. I mean, whomever you would like to choose.
All right, well, we can ask around. Council items. Start with
good, sir.
Kathy?
I am good, sir.
Shelley?
I'm good, but I just want to pass along my thanks and appreciation for all the reaching out from you guys and appreciate the love you guys are sharing for this tough time and appreciate your patience.
Thank you.
We're glad you're able to be there with her.
Jeff?
I have nothing, thank you.
No executive session. No motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, sir.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thanks, Shelley.
Thanks, Shelley.